Welcome back to Hannity. So Hillary Clinton is at it again at the Democratic town hall last night. Clinton reached into a liberal playbook and pulled out a very familiar conspiracy theory. You may remember this.
Do you still believe there's a vast right-wing conspiracy?
Don't you?
I'm asking you.
Yeah. It's gotten even better funded. They brought in some new multi-billionaires to pump the money in. They solved their consciences by giving big money to philanthropy and getting great pictures of them standing in front of whatever charity they donated to. They want to destroy our balance of power. They want to go after our political system and fill it with people who will do their bidding. At this point, it's probably not correct to say it's a conspiracy because it's out in the open. There is no doubt about what they're doing and who the players are and what they're trying to achieve.
And joining us now with reaction, author of the best-selling book, The Emmaus Code, David Limbaugh, and Fox News contributor, Julie Roginski. All right, so this is amazing to me. So you got James Comey, respected by both sides of the aisle, all right? So he has 100 agents looking into this whole email scandal. You have the Inspector General of the intelligence community appointed by a Democratic President Obama, confirmed by a Democratic Senate, and then, of course, the Benghazi lie and the sniper fire Bosnia lie and the Sir Edmund Hillary lie, and everything's everybody else's fault. Is she ever to blame for anything?
Well, she wasn't really asked about or was referring to Benghazi or to the FBI investigation. What she's talking about, and she's not wrong about this, it exists on both sides, is that thanks to Citizens United, as opposed to 1998 when the vast right-wing conspiracy meme was born on Monica Lewinsky, which was a stupid thing for her to have said then. This is not a stupid thing for her to say because there is an entire industry on both sides, thanks to super PACs and other campaign finance laws. That, certainly there's an industry on both sides that has completely come up,
so you think, well,
let me tell you something, to eliminate whoever the Democratic nominee is going to be, most likely her, and on the Democratic side, whoever the Republican nominee is.
There's anybody that I talk to that I get advice from about my feelings on issues? Because there's not.
Well, she's not saying
I have my own perceptions, my own thoughts. I think I actually, believe she's bad for America. I think she's dishonest, and I think that she broke the law.
Sean, there are vast numbers of people who are
they?
The Koch brothers.
The Koch brothers.
Sheldon Adelson. I can keep going. Vast numbers of right-wing people who are committed to making sure she's not going to be president. She's not wrong.
By the way,
and on the left,
and what
that
do you call George Soros on the left?
I'm agreeing with you. There is a vast number of
left-wing conspiracy?
It's not a conspiracy. She didn't say it was a conspiracy. There is a vast number of left-wing people who are committed to making sure that Donald Trump or whoever does not become the nominee.
Do you believe there's David Limbaugh? There's a vast right-wing conspiracy, don't you?
That's
what she was referring to. That's the question she was answering.
Of course there is. We're all conspiring to defeat socialism. She is trying to remake herself. She utterly can't remake herself. She's a terrible candidate, so she wants to change the subject. Her problem is not the vast right-wing conspiracy. She already knows we're out to defeat her. Her problem is the vast left-wing conspiracy, not the donors, as Julie is talking about, but the overt socialists that are behind Bernie Sanders. And it's not just the millennials. It's almost that entire party is either for Obama's agenda, which is outright leftist statist socialist, or worse, Bernie's agenda. So Hillary wants to remake herself. She wants to resurrect the Bill Clinton coalition, which no longer exists. They're totally radical in that party. She's living in the past. She is really, when you think about the fact that she is having trouble, she's in jeopardy over Bernie Sanders, it shows how terrible she is as a candidate, and she probably, I predicted from the very beginning that she wouldn't be the nominee, and this is before the scandals got as bad as they've gotten. So I think she, her problem is she can't even say crazy Bernie Sanders is crazy because the leftist base is crazy. It won't do any good to make that case. She's in serious trouble.
So David just conceded that, in fact, there is a vast right-wing conspiracy, and that's what she's talking about. And so if he conceded it, I guess it exists, right?
But
I guess, David, you're part of it as well, right?
Absolutely. Let's not play games with semantics, Julie. We're talking about the country being destroyed under a statist agenda, and we want to reverse it by electing somebody who is a constitutional conservative. Hillary is a socialist, a self-absorbed, self-promoting person who will say anything to get elected.
By the way, David, let me bolster your point. Because David and I stand on conservative principles, just as you stand on your left-wing principles.
Right.
And that would mean that you want to defeat any conservative.
Of course.
So by definition, you're saying there's a left-wing conspiracy.
What did I start the segment off by saying?
But what they're talking about is a little different here.
What?
Right, here's my question for David.
Yeah, absolutely.
From the legal standpoint, how much legal jeopardy is she in? And what if James Comey and the 100 FBI agents investigating this whole email scandal, and now that we know that we have special access program classification, top secret classification, every one of those instances is a violation of felony, a violation of law. Don't you think she's got a bigger problem than politics and Bernie?
For the people that I trust in this area, and I'm not an expert in this area, she definitely has serious criminal exposure, and but she's been protected so far because Democrats protect themselves. This is has been the most corrupt culture. The Attorney General, through all these liberal administrations, protects itself, protects fellow Democrats. Now, as you say, Comey is reputed to be very reputable, of great integrity, and we hear these rumors that if she's not indicted, the FBI will protest. You know, I'd like to believe that, but I thought that we were going to see some action in the 90s about all the Clinton scandals, and it doesn't. It never seems to materialize. So I'm rather relying on the democratic process to defeat it.
But let me just tell you this. You just said that Comey's respected. You, Sean, just said that Comey's respected. If the FBI finds that nothing improper took place, then you're going to have to sit here and say, you know what? She's not guilty of all these things that we've been accusing her of.
You know what?
And you're not going to do that.
But here's the problem.
He's only reputable if he recommends an indictment.
Because here's the problem. I've read the law. I've interviewed top attorneys, and the law is clear. And to even have them on her server and to have a private server is in and of itself illegal.
So Comey's only reputable if he does what you want him to do, not if he doesn't do what he wants him to do.
We'll see. Listen, I don't know James Comey, but I am told that he's reputable. So we'll see how he does.
We'll see what happens, but I'll tell you, I want you to take it back if he doesn't recommend an indictment.
I think there'll be a criminal referral.
We'll see.
All right, I got to run, David.